Hey, what's up to all of my Libras out there? So please make sure to get a book at Amazon or BarnesandNoble.com. The links will be in the description box below as usual. Go ahead and check that book out. Leave me some good reviews if you liked it. If not, it is what it is. So I'm actually going to go ahead and go in on these videos, but I just want to go ahead and get this off my chest, just so I can get this out of the way, because I don't want to get caught up in the later videos. So this doesn't necessarily mean that I'm speaking to Libras or any one specific zodiac sign, right? I'm just speaking in general. When it comes to the time frame and stuff like this of my readings, sometimes people playing this game where, I'm not saying all the time, that's not what I'm saying, because you know how emotional people gonna get. You talking about all the time? No, not all the time. And you're hearing it from the horse's mouth, so stop being emotional. So what's happening here is that when in the context of the time, right, some people, what they doing is they playing this game where I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna order 10 minutes from you, but I'm gonna go ahead and talk for 6, talk for 8, and you not gonna go ahead and be ruthless like that and say, hey, I'm not gonna go ahead and give you a reading, or the time is up, even though I've been talking for 8 minutes. Some of y'all, regardless of zodiac sign, and again, this is not necessarily towards Libras per se, but some of y'all, right, so don't trip, Libra. Some of y'all playing this game where y'all think that that's smart to do, even though I see exactly what it is that you're doing. And what's happening here is, look, it's like this, man. You really, and I mean, the people who do stuff like that deliberately, you really, and I mean really, doing yourself a disservice, because so many people, are ruled by fear, right? And I see it. So many people are ruled by fear in a sense of, I'm gonna go ahead and only spend $10. I'm gonna go ahead and only spend $20. Not $10, $12. Excuse me. I'm gonna go ahead and spend $12. I'm gonna go ahead and spend $20. But I need to know the entire history of the world forever, from when it was incepted all the way to the present date. And you need to go ahead and tell it to me, or whatever the case may be, all within 10 minutes or 15 minutes. And then now, you see what I'm saying, then you want to go ahead, some people, right, regardless of zodiac sign, they want to go ahead and get upset when I go, dude, you were talking for 9 minutes. It's done. You were speaking for 9 minutes. The whole point of the readings, and a lot of people get it, right? The whole point of those readings is the 10 minutes or the 15 minutes is, you come through, hey, what's going on with you? I'm doing all right. Okay, would you like a reading on today? Because I asked that question to all of them. What would you like a reading on today? Okay, I would like a reading on such and such and such and such. You're supposed to already know what it is that you want to ask. You understand? So I can go ahead and give you more of what it is that you want, which is me reading for you, right? And answering your question. You understand what I'm saying? Don't see this is what I'm talking about. It's narcissism. Don't say, oh well, 8 minutes. And then the thing is too, is that, and I gotta go ahead and talk about this too before I begin. And don't timestamp this, because people need to hear this. They really do. This is very important. When another thing too is that when people do pay for a lot of the time, they want the same thing with people who pay for very short amount of time. So what they'll do is they'll say, okay, I'm going to go ahead and pay for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, right? An hour. But I want to go ahead and skip on and get all my questions out. Listen, people, and I just finished saying this. Stop playing that game, because you really hurting your own selves doing this. Because what you're doing is, and correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. See, and this is what I'm talking about. I know the games that people playing, because you playing this game. The game that you playing is, you'll go ahead and be quiet, right? You'll ask me a question, and then when I'm answering it using the tarot, you'll go ahead and be quiet so that you can skip on to something, so that you can skip on to another question. You hurting yourself by doing that. And let me go ahead and tell you why you hurting yourself. You're hurting your own self by doing that, because when I ask you if you understand everything, some of y'all will say, yeah, I understand everything. Okay, so if you understand everything that I'm talking about, why you ain't putting it into action? You should have already been putting it into action before you even called me. At this point, you see what it is that I'm saying. Truth be told, at this point, if you really own it, you should be calling me for like 15 minutes, 10 minutes, because you already putting it into action. You just want me to give you a quick old answer on whether or not it's going to work out. You see how that works? So the thing is that you really playing your own self, trying to, you know what I'm saying, thinking that you smart or whatnot. By, you need to stop doing that, people. You know, your money, see, this is what I'm talking about. Your money that you pay, your time, specifically your time, is not more important than mine. So don't play that game now. So the cards I come up with are the Five of Cups, Ace of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, Ten of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, Page of Swords, Four of Swords, Ace of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. Represents how this is a situation for a lot of the Libras. Okay, so what I'm seeing here for the Libras is that there is, how do I say this blatantly? There's a lot more interactions between yourselves and a past significant other to come, or someone that you're dealing with. A lot more interactions, because what's happening here is that the Eight of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, and the Ten of Wands, right? The Nine of Pentacles, to a certain extent, right? Even that card too is all about how you Libras are going through it, the trials, and you Libras are going through it between yourselves and someone else, and how you, as a Libra now, y'all are the ones that have to pick up the pieces when the other person is not there, right? And y'all got to learn to live with whatever situations is happening to y'all that's inconvenient. So the Four of Swords, Ace of Swords, and the Queen of Cups represents how this is a situation now where, for you Libras, this person, these people collectively may not necessarily have a certain level of respect, or they're much more difficult to interact with. But see, the Ace of Swords and the Queen of Cups represents how a lot of you Libras need to do the Libra thing. A lot of you Libras need to create that level of peace where you find peace in the craziness by making it make sense. And how you do that is by understanding that you got to accept certain aspects of it, right? As long as it doesn't infringe on you, you gotta respect it. So you gotta learn to let these people be as dysfunctional as they want to be, while at the same time stop trying to change them, because the change isn't coming from a real place. If you're trying to change them, you're changing them for your own benefit, but it's not for the both of y'all's benefit. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe. Bye.